Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
We're live,
Y'all.
everybody.
Happy Tuesday. Actually, I'm going to switch the people are since technically I'm just hosting it by the channel. Why they switching us? There we
Not
go. And then I know it wasn't switching us. Okay. So, hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I had to wait a little bit. We was getting some things together. It's all right, but we here. 12 days of Christmas, day 8. We got our
Yeah, what side are we on?
listen, it's always the opposite on here. We got
Yeah,
up in the corner, we got Kush and
yep.
Cash, twins, brothers. Next
Mhm.
to them, we got Breezy. And we're gonna let them introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about what they do. They got a couple little things going on, so they could share
Yeah.
a little bit about themselves on here.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm Kush. That's my brother Cut, my twin brother, and that's my business partner Breezy. We own a creative media agency, and me and my brother have our channel called the 2ARoos. So our last name is ARRUE, and obviously 2AR and all that good fun stuff. So on our channel, what we've been doing is recording a season of content. It's not all released yet. I think we're wrapping up. I think we're on episode 9, but we have like a few more episodes left to finish, and then we're releasing it as a season. And our goal is just to tell the story of like urban Latinos, like from the inner city, and gun ownership. Because a lot of, or I don't know if y'all can see, but we're covered in tattoos, and there's a stigma that follows any minority with gun ownership, especially ones that have tattoos from the city. And
Mhm.
so our goal is to just bridge that gap. And it's the same thing for me and Breezy with Apex Mountain. That's the name of our agency. What's up, everybody? TLC, 2A in LA.
Yeah. Hey, fam. Hey,
TC,
Going on,
Tixie.
y'all?
Hey,
Secret
Miss
Garden.
Sue. I think I seen J3 in here. I saw Jess in here.
Mhm.
Hey, everybody.
Unbiased.
And
What's
there's
up,
23
Unbiased?
Jason.
people, 24 people in here, so I know some people that spoke that I missed.
What's up, all 24 of y'all?
Miss Sharon, my
Appreciate
Renaissance
y'all being here.
grandma. Yep.
They'll
It's
start
time for
coming in
people.
soon.
Joe Ba.
So,
What's
how long
good?
have you guys had your channel?
I think we just hit a year, right, Breeze?
Yeah,
The
about it. Yeah,
2AR channel. Yep.
Yeah.
We just hit a year. Yeah.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
That's
Thank
a
you.
big milestone.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. And shockingly, like we honestly started it sort of like just testing it because like there's this whole thing of proof of concept when you think about it from like the business side,
Hmm.
because we are very goal driven. And then when the three of us sat down and we decided, yo, let's go with 2AR, we just started posting like short content, and it just started going ham. And we released a few like teaser videos, and then we were like, man, what can we do that's different that will help us on our mission? And that's when we decided like we're gonna come up with the whole
The
theme of a
season.
season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
like that idea. I really do.
thank you. We like it
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
So, if and you never talked about your Instagram also, how you guys do the weight
That's what I
loss
was about to
journey and
say.
stuff,
Mm.
and how you guys have motivated a lot of the community people in the community, including Bill and I, on eating healthier, losing weight, and stuff like that. Um, that was a big thing. I think people didn't realize as me as I'm a prepper and how important it is. If shift happens or anything else, it's about how far can you actually pull your own weight and
Yeah.
carry an emergency bag? You know what I mean? So I want to thank you guys greatly for motivating us to, you know, check our weight and make sure we stay on top of ourselves and understand what it is to, Is that
You're
a cat?
welcome. That was actually, yeah, that's the orange cat. That's Rocco. That was actually, man, that was kind of me and my brother started that journey before we hit 40, and we turned 40 back in February. And the whole idea was it honestly wasn't even a thing of just like trying to build community. It was I wanted a personal record for us, so where we can go back and be like, look where we started, look where we at. And honestly, all transparency, I just uploaded a video like a week or two ago where I said, this year I slowed down with documenting because my goal isn't to be an influencer. I'm just telling my story.
Yeah.
Right.
And our travels picked up. I think December's the first month we haven't traveled at all. And so, but we were talking about that because that swung so many doors open, and I didn't realize like how many people were watching. We had a few brand deals on the table, but if you ain't paying me no cash, I don't want your free product. That's what I live by. And
Right.
so, but man, a lot of the events, damn, Kush, you inspired me. Like y'all are going ham and Big Tap. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with him.
He is doing great.
He's like, bro, at RGG's event, he's like, yo, bro, he's like, I hear you in my head. He's like, I've been watching the journey. You got me in the gym.
Yeah.
And my whole thing was like, damn, it don't matter how many firearms you got. If you can't run your ass a mile or 2 miles, it don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna get back to documenting because I finally figured out how to balance that. And
You know what I
That's
want
where
to
I found you guys. I found you through your weight loss journey.
oh, I didn't know that.
That's how I knew who you were. Yep. I
Now-
didn't even know about the other part of your business. I didn't know about the business.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Hey, Sherry. Now, when you guys travel and stuff, do you think about your meals on what you want to eat, or is it that when you guys travel, it's like whatever you want is what you're gonna eat?
Hey, Carbon.
Hey.
Yeah, so this year it's been way more relaxed. Really,
Yeah.
honestly, what it was for me was that SHOT Show last year or this year, 2024. I'm a foodie at heart, and like the guys will tell you, I'm the one who will find the restaurants. Like we gotta go here, 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 here. He's a little more you see how he is? That's how he is with food. He's like, nah, I'd stick to he loves his Jamaican food, Caribbean food, but it all is rice, beans, and meat. And I'm like, nah, bro, we gotta try this, try that. Breezy's a little bit more liberal with it. He's like, yeah, bro, let's try this. And around February and March, I just kind of like fell off with the eating. I'm still working out every day. And my son goes to the gym with me every day. And Big Roo is walking all the time. And Breezy does he has a park near his house where he does preserve core. And yeah, so we're working out, but my eating's gotten so relaxed. But I don't necessarily mind it. Not until
You're still on a fast, aren't you? Are you on the fast?
No. We fell off the fast. So we started a fast. I made it 11 days. My brother made it how long? Like 16 days. And
nice.
Was it a water fast or a dry fast? A water fast?
It was a water fast, yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do a water fast.
I would say with like, is that in any way like, because I actually, one of my neighbors was a prepper, like, and I was early 20s. So like he would always say to you, probably think I'm crazy, and he would like tell me things. I was like, no. I mean, like, he's like, listen, bro, I pray that nothing ever happens. I don't want the world to crumble. And it's like, but if it does, I want to be prepared. And I was like, well, yeah, I respect that. And, we had a lot of cool, but again, I was in my early 20s. I was like, listen, bro, I'm prepping for the club, but do your thing. But I'm the more like we get into this space and like, I understand the different communities. Like I really, that's something I want to find out about. And I say that because I'm curious, like, how much y'all think about that in like the prepping world, like
every day
meals, you know what I'm saying? How you're gonna like lay out your meals and like what that looks like.
the 12 days of Christmas was Carbon and I saying everybody needs to understand, just because you're a gardener, just because you're a prepper, because you're 2A, because you do health and fitness canning, we're all prepping.
Yeah.
We're just doing different sets
versions. Yeah.
Right.
But if we can get the community together, and if there was a shift that happened, right? Say,
Like
because
what
you
you said,
lived
a
in
shift.
Texas,
Yeah.
we can all come together and everybody can pull a different type of weight. It's better to have a different community where different people could do different things, to where you don't have to worry about doing everything.
Yeah. Internally, like amongst us, we have this thing. It's really centered around brotherhood. So it's me and my brother Breezy and our other brother Brandon, and we all have like a plan. Like if shit hits the fan, we know where we're going, and
Right.
we know who's doing what. It's not like we sat down one day and planned it. Oh, RGG, what up, bro? But it was just kind of like default, because like it's an hour ride to the casino. We're joking, we're talking about
Right.
money, talking about plans. And so we kind of like chose a default location, and we kind of have like loose plans. But yeah, you're right. Community is where it's at.
What was funny is I can recall one of the early conversations, what we were talking about was some craziness that popped off on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Like right over here. And he's like, and I was like, yo, whatever, whatever. He's like, now imagine that's the food supply or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, that was the first time I really like thought about it when he said it like that. He's like, imagine if people fighting over TVs, bro.
Right.
You know, imagine we got to get our food like that. And I was like, wow.
So that's how a lot of people actually started being preppers or gardeners and stuff during COVID, right? Because it started to become a panic where people wanted to get toilet tissue and food and stuff. But if you think about it, most people wasn't going for the right foods. They was going for meats and stuff that was spoiled quickly, instead of going for cans, going for crackers, things that are smaller and it's going to last longer, and it's already in portions.
Right.
So there's different ways of prepping and knowing how your family size and who you're willing to let inside your door. Because if there's a crisis, you're not going to let anybody and everybody inside your door, because that's your home. That's not your safe.
And those are your resources.
Right.
Your family would be out. Yeah.
So if you have to learn how to rationalize what's inside your home and who's going to bring something to your home. If I always say it on my lives, especially when we do bunker events, I will not take a family member in if they come empty-handed. I do not care, because my home, I set it up for my family. And yes, I set up for extra, but I'd be damned if I keep letting people come in that have nothing to offer me. And then I got to teach you how to garden. I got to teach you how to use a firearm. I got to teach you. You're just taking up space.
Make them more sniffy.
Right.
So go clean the turd shed.
I mean, if it hits the fan, you got to have a clean turd shed. That's like,
sometimes you still gotta observe the person, because they may not have anything, but they may have life skills that you need. They might be a doctor. They might be somebody that knows how to do construction work, or they might be trained in the military or something like that, with strategic things that you can utilize for your benefit.
Sure.
So turning away people, you got to kind of vet people as they come through. They may not have anything, but they might have life skills that you need. And prepping is not just for disasters. If you lost your job, you have food in your house. You can use that food to barter. You can work, whatever you have inside there now, you can turn that into some type of monetary gain for you at that point in time. If you have tools, you can go to work if you know how to use your hands and build things or fix things. So prepping should be part of everyone's home in some way. Yeah. If you have medical skills, that's like a big plus for anybody.
I got a question, because I have my brother, he does some prepping, but I have a question for like folks who have like big properties, anything I would say greater than like 5 acres. especially if you have a family, right? Let's say you have young ones, and let's say they're not like little man, like Alex, and they go shooting.
Right.
How do you cover that much land between your resources, meaning anything firearm, anything defensive, and then how do you allocate what part of the land goes to resources? Because really, my whole thing for me, Kush, is in my head, I can do all this prepping, but if I don't do any like formal training on defense or combat, and me and this gorilla, we grew up fighting, like not just like we grew up rumble in the
Fighting.
jungle fighting, yeah.
Right.
And
So you're saying that in a sense of like you can do all the prepping, but if someone comes and takes your land,
how much ammo do y'all have?
right,
Who's
right.
holding down what part of whatever, like property?
The land. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mission right now is to buy 10 acres. But on my 10 acres, I want about 4 houses, right? On my 10 acres. And I want to be able to have family living on my property for that reason. And I want to have at least 2 acres. But with the government at hand, anything more than an acre, they are going to try to tax your food, because that's considered food now. So you got to watch your laws now when it comes to your gardens and stuff.
Well, unless you get like a goat or something, right? Because then you got,
Because you can have animals on your land as well.
Yeah.
There's people here
there's
that
a
have
write-off.
chicken,
Yeah.
roosters, yeah. But again, you can't live in city limits. Like with me, I can't have livestock because I live within city limits.
So it has to be more rural.
Yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
that's why
well.
I'm looking for different land.
Rural, yeah.
You see, I didn't say the word right because I can't say it either.
So let's say, okay, so if you're like kind of in between, you're
Yeah.
like city but not quite rural.
Yeah.
What do you do if, like, let's say another like global something happens and there's city folk rushing your land? You
But
ain't
see,
gonna have
that's why you have to have your cameras. You got to have you have to have your ammo, of course. I think what they say about 10,000 rounds is a good amount to have per firearm. Is it per firearm? Something like that. It's something crazy.
Stack it till you can't stack it no more, then that's
Right.
enough. If you have a lot of land, you want to implement dogs. You want to implement a group of people, a mag, that can help you secure that property. You want to have cameras. You also want to think about things where you can, like each foot of land, where you want to have something set up that lets you know they got this far, so you know exactly what you need to do. And then the next stage that they got to this far in, it sets off an alarm, or it sets off, let's just say, blow them up, whatever. It just lets you know how much closer they get before you start doing what you want to do, or you evacuate and you start bugging out, or you defend it, whichever one you want to do.
And if you're on 5 acres, 5 acres is a lot, first of all.
Yeah.
And it's probably not going to be in a city. It's going to be outskirted. And then it's only going to usually be one way in and one way out of the property. So there's easy ways to set up, because there's only one way in and one way out. I think dogs are the best resource, because dogs are definitely always going to let you know when someone's on a property that shouldn't be. Even if it's another animal, they're going to let you know. But I would, if I'm on 5 acres, I don't want to be on. Personally, I don't want to be on there by myself. I would definitely want other families on there with me, because that's a lot of property to
a lot of property to handle by yourself.
Utilizing technology also helps out as well, so that you can watch your land and strategize how you want to move with it. Know your land. You can also build escape routes underground, if that's what you choose to do, and those types of things. If you do it, don't tell anybody, just you guys know. So if they do get in, y'all already on the ground heading out someplace else, or set up caches outside of your property. So you do have to go, you already have equipment or supplies in another location you could just pick up and still keep going and head out to your secondary location. So it's all planned where you have to sit down and plan those things out and do hypotheticals. What if this happened? What is our plan for this? And just have, as long as all you guys are on the same page and you know everything that's going on, you can execute it. And then just do drills so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
More or less
okay, so then that leads
So
leads to another question.
Go
How
ahead.
often do you drill?
It's up to you.
It's up
Until
to you.
guys get it
But
down.
have markings on your property. A lot of people don't know their property when they have big property like that. So have different markings. You may have, something pink or something orange, so let you know how far away. Have markings on how far you are from your property. Know what direction you're going on your property. Mark where how far you are from your nearest neighbor. So that comes with your fitness, right? So if you saying I can run 2 miles before I start running out of breath, have a little stash of something there. You're gonna have either a food stash, you're gonna have a money stash, because 9 out of 10, when you have to escape, you're gonna only take but so much with you. So along your trail, especially 5 acres, you want to have little things that you could pick up along the way, but more or less know your limit and how far you can actually go before having this rest stop.
We saw that in Texas. Remember, Breezy? We were like out in the country or driving to like a range out in BFE, and there was paintings on the top of these poles, and I was like, I wonder what the hell that means. And that comes back like 200-300 years. Like it's letting people know that. Yep. So like the ones we saw were purple. That means it belongs to this particular family.
Yeah.
The white ones, it's another particular family, and that's a clear sign of don't cross.
Right.
Yeah.
When you drill in all weathers, all seasons, so you know all of the little intricate snafus that might happen. Your tongue will leak something, so you want to make sure you know how to get through that. If it snows in, you want to make sure it's not snowing in on the exit part or leaking in. You want to make sure animals are not getting into wherever your areas that you're gonna exit out of. You just want to know it by hand. You want to know it in daylight. You want to know it in the dark. If there's no lights, you want to be able to walk through there and know your way, how to get out.
Yeah.
And you just got to keep doing it until it's memory. It's just like I could work through here.
No right. That's like Virginia Bushcrafter. I don't know if you guys follow him. He has property and he stays on his property. He camps on his property. He'll be out there for days, weeks. I think the longest he did was a month, wasn't it? Something crazy.
Like camping for a month?
Yeah.
If you want to call it camping, he literally
he'll have like a tent. Sometimes he has a hammock tent.
Yep.
What's his name?
Builds a covering.
Virginia Bushcrafter. But he stays on his property and different sections of his property so he can get to know his property. And I want to
I'm gonna drop his link in the chat because I don't know what mods I have in here.
Hey, Tech Money, but he's good to watch. I also, when I do get my property, I do want to get wells put in different sections of my property. Well water.
Yeah, I'm on well water where I'm at. That's why we kind of like I'm on a dead end here. Just hearing y'all, listening to y'all, like I'm on a dead end street. Like there's I have a preserve, so there's no residential around me. One way in, one way out. My mom lives down the street. My dad lives next to her. So
damn, dog, you just gave away our plans.
Did I?
But that'd be the best thing because you can block off your street and then everybody can.
I mean, y'all can come on down if you want to. You're gonna see Gorilla Cut out there making sure traffic's good to come through.
Right.
I just followed him, Virginia Bushcrafter.
Yeah, that's what we found him.
That's
I actually have met him, and he's a really nice guy, and he teaches.
Yeah.
You know, he was teaching like 3 or 4 different ways to start a fire without a lighter or matches. Like different skills that you would need to have in a situation where you didn't have those resources.
Well, I love that y'all talk about the practice of it.
Yeah.
Like you can prep all you want, but if it really goes down and you gotta jump in and make everything work, like can you make it work?
Yeah.
And you know your property like the back of your hand, and can you maneuver out there, like you said, when it's dark, when you're tired, when there's people coming, when you know it's not like every day things are going to really be happening fast. So I love that.
Yep. And that same practice for your home. I mean, there's people who can't get around their house without lights.
Absolutely.
I can.
Man, me and Breezy used to own a recording studio here in the city, and we would practice up there with our shotguns and ARs just in case. You never know.
But you should.
Oh yeah, we've slept. Yeah, we stayed. There was nights we stayed there when there was like turmoil in the city and things were going. We're just like, we can't trust the police to come here, and we live 15, 20 minutes away, so we camped out there.
Yeah.
Your communications.
Yeah. So what do y'all do for that? Because I can remember even 20-something years ago, this guy obviously had like and I'm probably I don't know what like the radio communication was, but he was saying like he had ham radios, and then he had like the EMP boxes in case like stuff's going down, and I don't know how much that's evolved, or like if that. Like, what is the communication that y'all?
Still the ham radio or a satellite radio.
He does that.
I'm looking at the rapid radio. I'm looking into buying that one. It's user friendly. It's easier. You can communicate depending on which radio you get. You can communicate anywhere. So if you're in Texas, you can communicate with somebody in Philadelphia or Washington, wherever. If you have family members all over. Everybody just needs to have the radio. With that one, you can have up to 20 people on your channel where y'all are communicating that way. Ham radio, of course, everybody does ham radio. It's a little bit more intricate. You have to get licensed for that unless it's an emergency situation. But then if the emergency situation comes up and you don't have the protocol of how to use that radio, that could be an issue in you getting out a message or learning how to listen to it. So it's entire, get your communications because you're going to need it at some point.
You know who teaches that? And the first aid is Whiteside Tactical.
Oh, yeah.
Whiteside Tactical is good for that. But if Cuts knows how to do the ham radio, you should learn how to do the ham radio. It should be always, because it should be always pairs. Let me explain why.
I spent smoke signals. No, I'm just kidding.
Because in a line of defense, right? Even in a two-way, we're in a line of defense. If the first person goes down, you have to have the backup person. So in my household, me, Alex, and Bill, we all learn together because of the simple fact that if one goes down, somebody else has to pick up that rat. You don't have to know as much as he knows, but you need to know how to communicate just enough to get saved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I like I'm looking at the rapid radios because user friendly. It's push to talk. It's not that. Yeah. The other one is a little bit different. You gotta key it down. You gotta know which keys you're using, and there's a lot of buttons on that particular one. With rapid radios, less buttons. It's pretty much self-explanatory when you look at it.
I've seen satellite radios too, like
radios. Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be good, especially if you have property like you guys, and knowing if you have good service or not. That would be something you want to implement as well. Because a lot of the phones are coming out where if you're in an emergency, you can actually use your satellite on the phone.
Yeah.
Not how many people want to do that. So at the end of the day.
Yeah, I saw that iPhone just had an update with this last update where me, my brother, and my sister were all testing, and I was like, I don't really do anything. But I guess there needs to be like some real emergency for it to shut down and then completely kick on.
Yeah.
But you got to know how to do it, because imagine how many people have the cell phones and can't navigate around it.
Right. And that's me. I still don't know how to use my cell phone properly. So. So you guys also do video. Like you guys go to different events. You guys film different events. I also think that's cool because you also show different sides of what the two-way really is. And I think you guys shine a lot of light on what statistics puts it out there as. Like
Yeah.
they put it as, people, there's a group of people that get together and just shoots and just to be shooting, but you
Yeah.
actually show how the community comes together and we train and everything. So I want to thank you guys for shining or changing the perspective of how people view two-way people.
Yeah, that's like that's
Thank you.
probably single-handedly our biggest mission is to tell the stories of people who look like us, blacks, Latinos, Asians, any minority that exists. And it's funny when me and Breezy take up some of these meetings and we drop the word minority, most people think automatically race, but really the biggest minority in the two-way space is the woman. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many women in the space who are way more trailblazing than men are, because there's like, it's like kind of like when you have two dogs, right? A boy dog and a girl dog. The girl dog is usually more defensive because she has that mothering instinct. And I see that a lot in the community, where it's like dudes are just like, oh man, that's a fire gun. I want that setup. I want that rig. But when you hear me, at least when I hear people talking about like survival or how to train, it's usually women on the capacity of, I need to protect myself because who got me, right? And I have daughters. He has daughters. Breezy has daughters, and so we're all equally passionate. We all have.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. But like all of our wives are black, so there's even more reason to tell the story, because it's just I've been married for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my brother were born and raised in the black community, and so we know that there's way more to the community than just what people see. You know what I'm saying? And actually, me and Breezy just recorded a podcast episode. Me and this guy, we had guns as teenagers. Now, we're not advocating for youth gun ownership, but where we're from, we needed it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I could own a gun legally till I was already a man. You know what I'm saying? Like Breezy, we opened up a business together. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be packing this. I'm like, yeah, me too. He's like, yo, you got your concealed carry? I was like, nah, for what? He's like, so you can be legal. I was like, no, it's legal. It's on me. He's like, nah, bro, we got to make sure you're legal. I was like, all right. And he sent me all the links and all that. But I remember thinking to myself, damn, like, think about how many people come from the city and don't even know you can own a gun legally.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
yep,
we're hella passionate about that.
Yeah, and I just my bad, back to the like the women in the space. I love to see it. And it was cool because we were one of the few dudes that actually, because we were documenting the women's conference at the ARM event, like it was beautiful to see all the ladies in there, the education, like he said, the mind state of it, how y'all approach it, because it is that much different, and I love to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was.
Yeah.
So did you guys enjoy it? Like, did you guys really walk away with a different perspective of I guess, how can I ask this question? I guess on what women go through and why we feel like we need to be protected. Like some women get abused, some women, you know what I mean?
For me, it wasn't a different perspective. It was a deeper understanding.
There you go. That's a good one. Because I think, I know, like you said, my wife is black. I have 2 daughters. We understand y'all are a target, right? Because y'all are supposed to be the easier target than a man to approach. So it's 100% a different perspective, and I love to see that. I heard this a lot there, and I'm even mindful of it. Is like situational awareness, knowing where you're at, who's around, you know, when you're there. And I love that y'all like had all the bases covered, so to speak, you know, of hearing y'all talking. And yeah, it was really good. It definitely, I think, deeper understanding is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It echoes remnants of Malcolm X speeches when he said that
the most unprotected individual in America is the black woman.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So
It's a
to
fact.
see a bunch of beautiful women
Mm.
giving each other knowledge and wisdom in the space is essentially community, because without the woman you can't even reproduce. You get what I'm saying? So, and I think the story that probably I took away with was, you know, that lady, I forget her name. Maybe I can remember her name, but her daughter was caught in sex trafficking or whatever.
Oh yeah. She was one of the guest speakers.
Yeah.
I think she was from LA. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's like, and then you hear stuff like that, and it's like they also say you're only 6 degrees away from said person.
Yeah.
Right. And here we are sitting with somebody in the room with a mother who was able to save her daughter from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that probably draws them closer because you know, she probably went from being a rebellious daughter that my mama thinks she know it all to, damn it, mama, you was right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that aspect it's like my brother said, not so much of a different perspective, but a deeper understanding.
Yeah.
So
I like
That's
that.
good.
I
That's
like
good.
that.
I'm trying to think of who was from LA that was speaking though. That's not where
She had the short hair. It was laid. Was it finger waves? No, right?
my
No.
daughter had the finger wave.
Oh yeah.
there
her daughter.
was she was there with her daughter.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was light skinned. Yep.
That I think she's from here. That was Lisa. You talking about Lisa?
I think that's who he
Maybe.
was.
Hold
She
on,
was
I
from
can-
Ohio.
Oh,
I can
okay. I might have had that wrong.
It's okay.
Yeah. She maybe.
She mentioned LA and living out there. And
Right?
she was,
Didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's
Yeah.
her. I think she
Yeah.
had lived in other states, but she lives here now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, she lives there now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
from LA. Yeah, that lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her daughter was there at the
Yeah.
yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
a firearm instructor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm.
man, I stopped it, but yeah, it's her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa.
I was
Yeah, I
trying to
think-
think of her name.
I think there
Because
should
I was
be.
trying to think of where everybody was from, and I'm like, I don't think nobody was from LA.
Yeah.
But yes, that was her. Yeah.
But I think that's what's beautiful, that like also big love and shout out to RGG for even providing the platform and the space, because you know you hear that a lot, especially like in the urban communities, well, who hold space, who, you know, even for the brothers, like that's why our brotherhood is so important to us, because you know we grew up, you know, you can't express yourself, you just gotta bear it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I married my wife, for me, I had a realization within the first 5 to 8 years that vulnerability is more of a strength than it is a weakness.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? And I'm raising 2 daughters and a son, and you know now they're all almost grown adults, but they all like they communicate dumb effectively. And I was featured on a podcast some months ago where they were talking about why is it important for men to learn how to communicate? And I said, well, honestly, it's because you know you come from this environment where you're not allowed to express yourself,
Right.
and then you go off into the workforce and you don't know how to express yourself, so you bat piss out of somebody, and then you end up in jail, and you don't know how to express yourself, so the cycle just repeats itself, and
That's
then
it.
you
Because
just
you never learned how to process
never
any
learn
of
how
that.
to say, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Don't talk to me like
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
know, and man, like it's unfortunate that like we're talking about community and prepping and all that requires at its core communication and
Right.
comprehension too.
Is
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I saw that podcast interview. It was a great interview.
Oh, thank you.
That was with you and Breezy on there, right?
No, that was
Oh, that's not the one.
think
Do
I
you
know
remember
what
the
you're-
one? You know
There
the one I'm
I
talking
know
about?
what you're talking about. Yeah, this was who was that?
that
I remember-
was man, they're a young
It was a
talent.
great conversation. I learned a lot about y'all through that podcast interview.
I think that one was a Christian Outdoors podcast.
Yep.
It was.
The one I'm talking about is a podcast
they're two young sisters from here in the city.
Oh.
It's called
We
Life
actually
Without a Clue. Life
we met
Without a
them.
Clue.
They were recording at our studio, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, super talented. Their podcast is really good.
Nice. What's it called again? Life Without
a Clue.
Without a Clue.
Yeah, really cool premise. So they're city girls, and they both got like really high level education, and they're talking about how it was growing up. No one told you how to manage money. No one told you how to like communicate. Life Without a Clue. And so the podcast is really dope. But
I talk about budgeting and stuff a lot on my channel because of that, because nobody teaches us that. We don't learn it in school. Most of our parents don't know it, so they don't teach it. They just do what we were doing. We got out in the world and we just knew we had to work and we had to pay bills, and that's what we did. But we never really managed the money.
No.
And so I talk a lot about that because it took me, I was in my 40s when I learned how to manage my money. And
wait, you mean you say you're not in your 40s anymore?
Wait, what?
I am in my 40s. Oh, no,
I mean, you had to get stop.
Yeah.
Stop,
I'm
Kush.
in my 40s.
Stop, Kush. Well, I mean, I just heard some, or I mean, I don't know if it's, I didn't like research it, but I think like some 70-80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck essentially. Yeah. So
yeah,
I agree with that.
Buried in debt. It's crazy. And if you don't really pay attention to it or understand it, it's
at all. Yep.
You know, it can bury you for sure.
Yeah.
I just told my mother-in-law because my wife's granny transitioned earlier this year, and grandma and grandpa's house been paid off, and I told my mother they turned it into a homestead, and I said you just got to make sure the house stays in the family, because part of what tricked our communities is chase your own dream. Oh no, you could leave the small town, go to the big city, sell your house, come, and then you get thrown into the cycle where you lose generational ownership, all struggling to live in a
just to end up trying to
keep
get
up
back,
with the
trying to get back to where you started from.
Yeah.
You know, so that we're like really big on that too, because man, that's something like our brotherhood talks about all the time. Is like, yo, what are we leaving behind to the kids, to the wives, and that a lot of foundational wealth is through real estate, home ownership. So
it is. Yeah, this world is built on us spending money. So they always, that even with our apps that we scroll through, there's always something new shiny waving at us that comes up in the threads, and we're like, ooh, and then now you're just down a rabbit hole, and that's how it starts. You just start buying little things, and now you're living paycheck to paycheck because you keep spending the money on stuff that's not necessary.
I realized that when I sat down and looked at it, how much I spent on eating out.
Wow.
That's the kid. I was like, sheesh, because it's $10 here and there, 15, and then but the end of the month you look, wondering why you're coming up short.
You're eating out too much.
I ate at Chick-fil-A nine times this morning.
I'm trying
to get some points up though. I'm a VIP member, so
listen. I was spending it in groceries. I was spending like $900 a month on average at the grocery store, and I'm like, you just buying stuff. They got the owl that says, "Oh, guess what? The Doritos are $3 this week, or 2 for $5." Oh, well, you got to get 2, right? Yeah, then the Oreo. It's like all the things, and when I stopped doing that, and I was like, nope. I plan out my meals. I budget out what I'm going to spend. I don't even think I'm spending $300 a month at the grocery store.
That's awesome.
When you see it,
my freezer is stocked. Yeah,
it took you to see it though, right? Like that's what got when I like did the math on it, and you see in numbers. You're like,
just buying dumb stuff.
Just
like, Gremlins took my debit card and went to Chick-fil-A at night, and I didn't know. That wasn't me.
Just backtracking to the housing, it's not just the house on the land. If you don't own it, none of that matters. They can always come with it.
That's the McDonald's motto.
Right.
People don't realize they're just as big a real estate company as they are a fast food company.
I just read an article on Money Inc. talking about how Starbucks isn't a coffee company. They're one of the biggest banks in the world because everybody puts money on their Starbucks app, and they just fool the masses to believe they're selling coffee. And I was like,
Right, Joe.
hey, yeah,
Maybe we're in the wrong
crazy.
business.
yeah, we need to get into coffee, right? Yeah.
Definitely pay your taxes. You wouldn't believe how many properties get sold just for the taxes.
Yep.
Especially pay your taxes when you own a business. Huh, Breeze?
Shout out to our tax guy.
Yeah, for real.
He's like, what have you guys been doing?
Like,
We're like, oh,
collecting. How much
he's like,
money?
Breezy's running the QuickBooks. I was like, hold on, let me log in real quick.
Wow.
Oh man, that's a fact. Be careful with taxes. Yes.
Listen, they want they cut.
What?
On the way in and out. I just heard someone breaking that down. We taxed before we get our money, on the way in, on the way out, in the house, and then everything. It's like
and then there's a death tax.
I have always felt some kind of way that I have to pay taxes to work. I'm working. Why do I have to pay taxes to work?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I heard someone say the government can't make money, only take money.
Yep.
I was like,
yeah,
there it is.
Hey, look,
I gotta get on that Nancy
with Jay
Pelosi,
wants to live in Florida.
What?
And your HOA fees, you
Cali.
have them.
In Cali.
Oh, he's in Cali? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
I
doing
couldn't live in an HOA. I really couldn't live in an HOA.
Me neither. I never could. I never understood
never.
that. I don't want to live somewhere where somebody tells me what to do with my.
Yo, it's crazy.
We're not doing that.
I lived in a HOA. They were militant. Like, I'd get like a flyer on my door with a picture of my garbage can that was out like 2 hours after I'm like, what? Like, who took this picture? I'm like, I didn't even. The bushes too. Just crazy. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, it was wild. I'd go to those HOA meetings, and it was like people would almost like start scrapping in the HOA. I'm like, I can't. I don't know how people do this.
I don't either.
Thank the Lord.
I'm not spending.
Not in the HOA.
What they sell you on is they make it everything look so pretty and neat and put together. So you're going to be in this beautiful neighborhood, and it's like, no, they got beautiful neighborhoods without HOAs.
Yeah,
just saying. And really, I think they were developed to keep a certain people out. I really do. So
that's a fact.
It never works out that way for them because those
redlining in the 50s.
Yeah.
Redlining in the 50s.
Financial system infraction. That's a fact.
I think it was E. You mentioned canning earlier, right? Or was it you, Gina?
It was Erica.
Did y'all actually do canning? I remember Zach on RGG's channel last year sometime. He opened up
some chicken wings.
The wings or something.
Yeah.
They were like 3 or 4 years old, but he said they tasted fresh.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. On the chicken wing, on the wings tip, real quick. Drums or flats?
Flats.
It depends.
I mean,
I can eat both, but if I go out and I'll order them, I usually order flats.
Okay.
I'll pay the upcharge.
You can see that I was itching to ask that one.
So does anybody here do canning like regularly? You do, Gina?
Yeah, Gina does it all the time.
Yeah,
I just messed up on water bathing. I'm still water bathing.
What's water bathing?
I don't.
There's two ways to can things. So water bath canning is done on things that have a higher acidity. So like you can water bath can tomatoes or anything that you're doing with tomatoes, like your salsas and stuff like that. Pickles, because you add vinegar, which is the acidity to it. And then you pressure can things that don't have that. So like if you're canning green beans or meat, potatoes, stuff like that, you would pressure can them to preserve it because there's no acid in there. So it cans for a little longer.
Okay, I was just gonna ask that. Like,
Yeah.
which one? Yeah, like, is one like last longer than the other one?
No,
No.
not last longer. It just takes the process is longer.
Oh, okay.
So you can pressure can even the things that you water bath can, but you can't water bath cans a lot of the things, none of the things that you have to pressure can. So
There's
pressure
this
can is a must for certain things.
there's this young couple on TikTok where she said she takes her eggs, cans them, well, but turns them into a powder first, and then she says something like the shelf life is like close to the 20 years, and she's like, and to prove to people, because they were like, nah, she opened up a can and she's like, all you got to do is add water and it goes right back to scrambled eggs. And I was like,
I know someone on YouTube who does that. She raises chickens and she did that with some of her eggs and showed that she could still make scrambled eggs with it. But yeah, I wouldn't see why not, because I do dehydrate some things. Like if I grow different herbs and stuff, I'll dehydrate them. I dehydrate a lot of my peppers. I make my own pepper flakes. I do my own celery salt. I do my own garlic powder and onion powder. I dehydrate those things and grind it.
What made you want to do that?
First it was, I've always wanted to garden and grow my own stuff because my grandmother had a garden. So I remember how good the stuff was compared to what I got in the grocery store. I remember the first time I bought cherries in the grocery store, I was like, what is this? Because my grandmother had a cherry tree. So I had cherries from the tree.
Wow.
That stuff in the store don't taste nothing like it.
Yeah, what you grow does not taste like what's in the store.
It tastes way better.
Well, food as a whole in the United States tastes different.
Oh, yeah.
But when we went down to Mexico, my wife and I was like, damn, this is chicken. This is clean. This tastes incredible.
Even the bag of chips, it literally has 3 ingredients.
See, they just like Urban says she's in the basement, Gina.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's because there's so many people I didn't see her. I'm sorry.
Oh,
sorry, Urban.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Hey y'all.
How you doing? So real quick, I'm curious about this. Like, so what's the ideal supply of that?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That y'all are stocking up, and how long is it? Go ahead.
Let me start.
I'm just saying, like, if something, if you're just strictly living on this food that you prepped, like, how long?
And what if you have multiple children or family members?
Right. Like, how much are you supposed to stock?
Right now with me, I only do like freezer stuff. So I have like the freezer bag. So I would like clean my meats and stuff and then do them in portions. So I portion the meats on per meals, and I'm able to do it that way. And I'm doing rice and beans. So I'm only doing certain things that because I don't do the canning. I want to do it, but I don't do it. So right now I just really freeze and storage in containers. So like my flour, I do my rice, my beans, certain things like that. So that's where I'm at on my level.
That's what my brother does.
Yeah.
And like I know that inventory like that, like what you have.
Yeah, right, I'm about 2 weeks in. I could survive off for 2 weeks, but that's because I fell off this year. This year has been like insane.
So is there like a guideline? Like if I get in, is there like a prepping 101? Like you're supposed to have a certain amount, like weeks, a month.
You have to look at your family and structure it by how many people are in your family or your group. You're gonna do your water. It's a gallon per person per day. So depending on how many people you have, you're gonna have that water put aside. Now that's your drinking water. It's also water for you to clean yourself and some other stuff that you do. When you're doing your food,
that's just so thrown off right now.
No, I was actually listening to her because me and my wife buy standard. We just do it anyway. We buy 20 gallons every week. But so when she was saying a gallon per person a day, I was like,
well, shit, there is 5 of us, and we get 20 gallons a week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I'm thinking to myself, like Breezy, he has wells on his property, and I think to myself, let's say like the scenario is globally the food distribution is disrupted, right? And Breeze, you know what it's like when hurricanes hit? It's a madhouse.
Yeah.
So what if you can't find water? I know, people collect rainwater and process it accordingly, but how do you is rainwater stable for a long shelf period?
That's why you have
to put it and water it and boil it. Rainwater. I'm not just drinking rainwater. I'm
saying after you filter it.
Then I would still boil it. Because still water has parasites and stuff. Filter it and then I would still boil it.
Yeah. So wait, who is the biggest prepper right now? Like on right here between us, you, Gina? Well, how long?
I'm pretty sure I am.
How long do you have? Like 6 months supply?
Even before I started gardening, I was a prepper. So when the pandemic hit, I was not one of those people who was in the stores fighting. I didn't need to. I could have lived in my house, not leaving for 6-7 months with everything, paper goods, like a toilet paper, paper towel, everything, water, food. Man, I would have been good.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You should post some of the pictures of your supply. Like, don't show location or nothing, but
I used to have. I actually still have it. I haven't shut it down. I have 2 Instagram accounts, and my other Instagram account, because I used to coupon as well. So I was like an extreme couponer.
No.
And
I've always I got behind. I'm sorry, I got some behind some lady that was doing. I was like, this is amazing.
It's an adrenaline rush for the person who's doing it. Trust me, because I used to crazy. And I used to take pictures of like stacks of waters all the way up my wall, stacks of packs of toilet paper, like I used to have shelves with just laundry. So I haven't bought laundry, so I couldn't tell you. It's probably been 7 years.
Damn.
And I'm still using laundry soap from when I couponed, and I haven't couponed in probably 5 years.
There's an extreme couponer at the Publix where I go. I'm like, what do you do with this stuff? She goes, sell it. And I'm like, what?
I used to sell a lot of it too. Yeah.
Really?
Because I could get, like, I'll just use one example. I used to get baby diapers for like 99 cents a pack at most, sometimes less than that. And I'm talking about Pampers, Loves, Huggies, all of them.
Is that when you realize, like, yo, I want to stock up?
I didn't have a baby. How about that? Okay. But I used to sell them for $5 a pack because they can't buy them in the store for $5.
Yeah.
But I saved.
Rena was out here hustling.
Diaper plug. Let me find a diaper plug near me selling diapers for $5. Yeah. I'm like, let me get two. Let me get 2 for $5. Yeah. 2 for $5.
I used to sell laundry soap for $5 a bottle because I would get them for like $1 couponing.
You have to, on some level, like make sure you're using stuff though, right? Or else it's
you rotate your stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that's my thing. Like, I can't just go out and buy everything all at once. And
it depends on what it is. Like, some soap holds up. Something like I have dryer sheets. I haven't bought dryer sheets. Anything for my laundry, I haven't bought in that many years. I think I ran out of body wash like a year and a half ago, so I started having to buy that again. I ran out of deodorant last year, so I had to start buying that again. But like stuff like that, I had that stuff for years before I had to go out and get it. So that kind of stuff like toiletries and paper goods, I didn't have to worry about. And then I have an upright freezer that I would keep stocked with meat. And then I also do I have buckets, food grade buckets with rice, flour, sugar, beans. So those things I always have, and I actually eat those things I love beans, so I eat beans on a regular.
Him too, this guy. So Miss Urban Gardening Chronicles. Obviously you do urban gardening. How do you do it?
How do I do it?
Yeah.
I do it outdoors in the ground. I do it in containers, and I also do indoor hydroponics.
Oh, that's dope.
So I
Breeze,
do a bit
remember
of-
when we went to Brooklyn? They did the urban gardening.
Yep.
We were like blown away at how they like build like an actual like a brick city. You know,
Yeah.
because we're from the city, but we ain't got like
This
You can
skyscrapers.
still
and
go
stuff.
5-10 miles away, and there's lakes
Yeah.
and ocean and.
Not even.
Yeah.
mhm. Urban has chickens.
Yeah, and I got
Do you
chicken.
process your
I saw
chicken?
someone in the chat
Not
said
yet.
they
No,
should-
mine are for egg laying. I don't
Oh,
have enough
okay.
space for that for meat birds, but I'm looking for quail to use for meat because I can hide them in the garage. So I'm just waiting to get a cage and then get some, a clutch of quail and then breed them myself,
Yeah.
have eggs, and then butcher the excess for meat.
That's what I want to get into
Yeah.
is in processing animals because I used to kill cows for a living 20 years ago, and I liked the process of like processing cows. It was cool, but like I ain't got a cow right now.
Yeah.
I ain't got no
I
chicken.
mean, we go cow tipping from time to time, but it's a
Yeah.
different thing.
But having that skill is great because not everybody is built for that, for processing.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
it's a-
realized that way back then because so what they did, it was this company called Sam Kane Beef Processors, and they do what's called group hiring, and it was like 40 of us, and they're like, how many of y'all want to go to the kill floor? And I was the one who shot up my arm, and they were like, you know what the kill floor is? I was like, yeah, it's where you kill the cows, right? They're like, yeah, and they're like, it's gonna be brutal, man. It was easy, but like what messed me up was when and this is sad, but a lot of the guys on the kill line, they were like felons that were released from like the 70s and they caught time during the 70s and 80s, but they were like 20-year bids, and so they're just coming out, and who the hell's gonna hire them, right? And
Right.
so the dude I was the first station is where you cut like their neck into the Y to start draining them. And
Yeah.
he was like, hey man, he's like, the cows know they're getting killed. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the cows know they're about to get processed. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you know that? He goes, so at the end of our shift, when we walk out, he goes, just stop and look at the cows. He's like, he goes, it's a sacred process. He goes, yeah, it's an industrial process because, it's from farms, they're bringing them in. But he goes, if you look at it, the idea of taking this life is they're giving their life so humanity can be sustained. And so that day goes by and we walk out together. And he goes, watch this. And as soon as our group of guys is walking out, we're all like, even though you're wearing a lot of protective gear, the blood will still get in between the protective gear and cover your shirt. And,
Oh gosh.
oh yeah, it's bad. But we walk out and all of a sudden he goes, look, and the cows were eating and then they stopped and they all lift their heads up and you see their ears go whoop and they start mooing, and I was like, holy shit, like they know they're going to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? And it was just impressive to see because like you're so far removed from it when you go grocery shopping. You know what I'm saying?
So far
Our father was from the Amazon jungle, so we seen him, our uncles, like process animals. You're talking pigs, chicken, goats. Like that's normal, especially here in South Florida because we're like the unofficial Caribbean. You get a lot of like Caribbean cultures who process animals, but like it was normal for us. But like I can only imagine that. I had a little bit of insight, but just imagine the person who thinks, oh no, I just go to the store to get my meat. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much wait before he gets to the store. There's so many steps just for it to land in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Yep. Very true.
Oh, that's cool. I know someone in Chicago that turned the whole
I put that up there because a lot of times people say, oh, I don't have room to garden. I don't have the space to garden. You can make it happen. There's always a way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like you said, we're in Brooklyn. No one had a lawn for 50 city blocks, but we saw a bunch of gardens out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And you realize to scale
Like here, we can just walk in and you see fruits all over Publix, right? Like, there's like you walk in, it's the bodegas, and I'm like, damn, bro, they ain't got like fresh fruit. And he's like, no. And then we found I don't forgot what the hell we found. It was like a I don't know, like
a farmer's market.
Yeah, it was a farmer's market, and that's when we found the acai bowl place, and we're like, oh, let's just eat that. Because I'll be honest with you, them Brooklyn bagels were pretty fire.
I'm telling you.
Come on now.
I was like, hold on.
Bagels in New York is something.
They hit different.
Special.
Yeah.
I can't stand like store-bought bagels. Like out of the freezer and stuff. I'd be like, this is disgusting. But and when I go back home, all I do is get bagels. I get bagels for everything.
Man, it's definitely a difference. There's a place down here called Brooklyn Bagel, right? Brooklyn Bagel, that's what it's called, Bree?
Yeah,
they actually ship the water in from New York.
The water in from New York.
Yeah, we have like swamp water. Yeah, it is. I used to think like these New Yorkers are talking crap. Like, the water's better, the pizza dough. I'm like, and then the first time I was out there, I was like, yo, the water's better. This isn't swamp water. Like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It is swamp water.
Yeah, seriously. When we got back from Vegas, we were out there. We were dry. I remember our noses because it's so dry out there. We got back like, smell that swamp water, boys. Yeah. We're back home. Get some of that canal water.
Yes, Miss Shirley. Even the cheesecake in New York.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Listen, so I work for UPS. All I see right now is Junior's cheesecakes.
We got one. We had one of our one of the companies that we do business with at my office send us one.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there since Friday. It's in the fridge in our office, and my boss is like, nobody ever really eats it. I'm like, yeah.
With the possibility,
it's good, but it's so rich.
How grown their food.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think everybody like, if you can have a skill, even if you don't just actively do it all the time, just having a skill is good.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people who I'm always like trying out. That's why my channel is so all over the place. I do a lot of things.
It's also good to know a guy who knows everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He'll find somebody who can do it.
Yeah, he's the guy. He knows a guy that knows a guy.
Yeah,
he's the guy you gotta have in your community, though. That's I mean, it was one year in New York where we had a big hurricane, and I forgot what hurricane it was, but my mom was like, nobody had gas, and I called my mom, and I'm like, hey, who has gas? She's like, let me make a phone call. She knew somebody that had gas, so we was chasing the gas trucks because he'll let us know, like, hey, there's gonna be delivery at this time at this location, and we had to go to that location. And my mom was just like, she was like, well, what else do you guys need? She knew somebody somewhere, and that would deliver during the hard times. You gotta have that person, but we had a bargain. So like, he'll tell us where the gas places were, but because he was never home, we had to go check on his family. Yeah. So it was always a bargain thing. It was never money exchanged whatsoever, because at that point, money wasn't worth anything to anybody. It was just like you couldn't spend money because you still had to pay your bills after you got your electricity and stuff back on. Yeah. So then some people had didn't have a way to cook. So I'd be like, if you bring your food over, you can use my grill. Mm-hmm. So if you bring the meat, I provide the sides. So it's networking, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to know certain people on how to really build your community, but you got to be able to trust those people, because once you kick them out of your circle, trust me, they're coming back to raid you.
Between him and we have another brother named Elvin from Harlem. Between them two guys, there ain't nothing we can't find.
Yeah,
right.
And I learned in high school that you can grill bagel bites. So anyone do with that information what you want.
If you listen,
They
you
were fine. They were
resourceful,
amazing.
You can
What?
fix anything. If you're resourceful, you can fix anything on the grill. Listen, there is no limit.
I'm ready. I got over 97-gallon buckets with all kind of food supplies, rice, pasta, flour, sugar.
Where we need to come? What Big Dog Reg say he was at? What state?
You see, I was reading it like, where we at
Sugar,
again?
spices, and oil.
Wait, do y'all ever like stock up on like exotic spices?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Who said I do? See?
Yeah.
That's it right there.
The last threat of a closure, I went to the cash and carry, got a whole bunch of seasoning, spices, salt to make sure I could flavor stuff.
Are you from the Caribbean?
Yeah, I'm Jamaican.
He's been over here whispering, she's Jamaican. She's Jamaican.
Why people keep hearing it? I don't speak with an accent. So I'm like, what are you
speak with an accent, Urban?
I sound British in my mind.
No, you what? You sound what?
I sound like a Caribbean in my mind.
No.
In my mind, I sound British, don't you think?
Yeah.
It was Sandy. I'm sorry, I'm not. I would have been thinking about what hurricane it was. For it was Sandy, right?
Yeah.
That hit y'all.
Yeah, I think that's it. Was so yeah, and I need to get like powdered milk. I don't have any powdered milk or anything like that. And I'm gonna have to get some solar because some things that I need equipment to run, so I need the solar. I have a gas generator, but I want this solar one.
I've been looking at the solar generators. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of grills, I forgot who mentioned grills. I think it was no, it was I think.
Yeah, it was
but, like the barrel grills. This is really big. Sister, what's your name? Urban Gardening Chronicle.
Yeah, Urban.
Call me Urban.
Urban, just Urban. All right.
Yeah.
So you know about this. The Jamaicans, they use the 50-gallon drums.
The drum, yeah,
for the grill. Man, I want to get one of those custom made because I got a big grill. It's all charcoal. By the way, for any of the fellas on the chat, if you're grilling with gas, you ain't grilling.
You ain't grilling.
You just gonna put that out there.
You ain't grilling.
You ain't grilling if you're grilling with gas. But yeah, I want to get one of those big old grills because really,
and oil.
They have a place here that does custom ones.
Yeah, you can get that.
I
in
thought
New York
about
for
big
sure.
ones.
Yeah.
There's a dude down here, like south of us, that builds them.
South of us, yeah.
Yeah, there's probably 20 guys around, but there's a dude that's like, he's known for that.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Right.
He's over here, over there.
Billy, when I first met Billy had, what was it?
700 gallon.
A 700-gallon oil tank that he turned into a grill.
What did he do with it?
On a trailer. He went to functions, like he was a president or a CEO of a motorcycle club. So he would have functions and they would use it to a grill.
So I'm saying, where's the grill now?
He's like, where's the grill? Where's the grill?
I sold it for crack, man.
Oh, man. It happens.
All right there, William.
He didn't sell it for crack, but he did sell it.
Yeah.
He got too much.
A 700-gallon grill?
Yeah, for sure on the side, yeah.
No, but that jerk chicken slaps you from here back.
We had
The sad part is though.
We had a register because it was on a trailer.
But if you're not cooking for a lot of people, it's just a big grill.
It's too big.
Yeah.
But he cooked for what we was cooking for.
No, I'm talking about for the rest of us. Like
The rest of us,
to
we don't need all that. Yeah.
That's just a lot.
Right around with a 700 gallon.
Do you have charcoal like in bulk? Have you guys stocked up on charcoal?
I usually have charcoal in the stock.
I have a whole bunch. I could cook.
I do too
for months.
And
yeah.
I coupon for those too.
Yep.
I still do. Like some stores at the end of seasons,
Yeah.
out the charcoal. I do the same because I'm in Ohio, so we get snow and ice and all that. So I do the same thing with salt. When they clearance it out, I got bags of it in my garage.
I got my I got my George Foreman grill. So,
sir,
I still have one. I still use it sometimes. I still got mine.
Sir,
Bob. Bob just showed up. That boy Bob.
Oh man, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I do have my George Foreman. I cooked a
grill.
steak on it tonight. I can't lie, but I got a charcoal grill out back.
You cooked the steak on the George Foreman.
Yo, it came out. Yeah.
Yo, it comes out good. Yeah. Hey, hold on.
Look
Big Dog
nice.
Red said he got a double 55-gallon drum grill. Hey, post pictures of it, bro. We can't just see it in the chat. I want to see the pictures of it.
So
Otherwise,
we don't use charcoal. We use the
Oh,
wood
that's
from
a
the
good
yard.
call.
The wood briquettes.
Charcoal.
We use
For
regular
water
wood
filtration.
from in the yard.
Oh yeah, but man, like around here, there's some there's not really a lot of like exotic wood for us to burn. Otherwise, it all tastes. But like
Yeah.
you go a little bit north, like North Florida, where they got like some of them flavored woods.
Yeah.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I will put wood in with it, but I use charcoal. I made the mistake of going into the whole gas grill thing. I got rid of that thing so fast. I was like, why do people cook on this? No, that's not where it's at.
No.
I have
It don't taste-
mine's both gas and charcoal because the side burners I can boil and fry, but I can turn that off and just use the charcoal for the part, just in case I have have two options.
Oh, look at that, Breeze. The George Foreman grill can be ran on solar generator.
That's right. And
Yeah,
it cooks
exactly.
some great steaks. I had one earlier.
You can make a grilled cheese. You can make steak.
Yeah, I do need proof of that. Yeah, he said he needs proof of that, Big Dog. I do.
I like what Ghetto said
first
about
step.
you can use the charcoal for like water filtration.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, damn.
And can't you also use it for soap?
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
that.
You make soap. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also brush the teeth with it. Y'all eat iguana down there? Hey, look, Breeze. Cushy cut, y'all.
There it is.
That's the other side.
There it is.
They call that what is it? Tree chicken? They've been calling it, Breeze.
Yeah. Yeah. Chicken of the tree or
Chicken
something
of
like
the
that.
tree.
Yeah. Tree chicken, yeah.
That's not to say that I won't, because I would. But if you see some of the iguanas we see over on this side of the city, you don't want to eat those.
Look like they've been around 1,000,000 years.
Yeah, I've had fried squirrel though.
Yeah.
I've had
They
fried
say
squirrel.
iguana's like similar to gator.
Yeah, I've
When you
had.
cook it up.
I mean, I think
I've had
everybody in
gator.
Florida's had gator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had gator.
You've never had gator? Oh man, you're tripping.
Yeah.
I had gator.
I've had rabbit.
Gator
I've had
was-
rabbit, gator,
Frog
I had
frog
rabbit.
legs.
I
I've
don't
had
have
turtle. I had turtle in Philly.
Turtle? I've never had turtle.
Yeah. Turtle
Yeah, I
soup.
had turtle.
I've had
Really?
I've had duck. Yep, Asian style duck.
I love duck.
Yeah, I love duck too.
Oh, I love some duck.
especially Peking duck. That's the Chinese people make it like that. That is so good. You just gotta ask for the back menu. But no, Ghetto. We haven't had iguana yet. I'm sure some gator though. Like I know there's some people who eat snake, but I try iguana. I just
Big
don't.
Dog Ridge, where is going?
Yeah, shout out to my man Big Dog Red.
Yeah,
He said he
Yeah.
just whipped up a steak on his Foreman grill.
He said iguana as well.
it's delicious. Yeah, I believe
Tastes
it.
like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
No,
No,
no.
no, it do not be tasting
No.
like chicken.
Hey, have y'all ever had shark?
Mm-mm.
Shark? You
I
ever?
had it in bait. Yeah.
Yes, I had shark.
You
Yeah.
hear the expression, "Oh, this tastes gamey." Nah, shark tastes gamey. If it's
Yeah.
not prepared right, you can tell the difference. That this ain't regular meat. But if you have it seasoned right and like cooked right,
Right.
Same with
it's
deer for
really
me.
good.
Venison.
Yeah.
Venison.
I love deer.
I've
Yeah.
never had.
Oh man, I had possum before. Or no, it was raccoon in Texas.
We had kangaroo jerky
What?
before. I almost died. It smelled bad. It tasted bad. I wouldn't do
Oof.
kangaroo again. Or I wouldn't have it as a jerky, at least.
What we
Big
have
Dog
in
Ridge, where you be going?
where were we Kush? Where we had the pheasant
Texas and Dallas.
pheasant
Yeah.
quesadillas.
Pheasant quesadillas. Those were slap.
Those were
What is it?
Pheasant. It's
that a
it's
bird?
like they're part of the damn, this is
Turkey
gonna
or
sound
the-
nasty. I believe it's part of the rat family. They're just like they're
Is it?
huge. They're huge, yeah. You
Aren't
can
they
find them in
bird?
Louisiana. Is
See,
it?
he said they're rat. So you
They're-
know, every
Part bird,
year
part
for
rat.
the 12 days of Christmas,
Which
we
one is
get
it?
an animal.
I don't know.
Was it-
Let's see.
that
Was it
is
the
just
one from
not
Louisiana? Isn't that where he was from, the chef?
I don't
No,
know.
that was South Carolina.
South
That was
Carolina. Oh, my bad. I'm getting my.
So
No,
you
that's a
know,
bird. But I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're talking
pheasant
about
is
the
a
rat.
bird. Yeah.
Well,
Which
I mean,
one
you
is
know
it?
it was
Oh no,
good.
I'm thinking of damn, what's the one in Louisiana? It looks like a
Possum.
no. It's
Raccoon.
What, a mole?
It-
A vole?
no hold on, I'm googling it.
Yeah.
Oh, nutria is what I'm thinking. These
Never
ugly
had
looking
It's
things.
beautiful.
The nutria.
Looks like a beaver.
Yeah.
I've had.
No.
They're
thank
called nutria down in Louisiana.
No, you can pass on that.
we don't eat beaver.
Ghetto said pheasant is like quail.
Yeah, it's like a bird.
Yeah,
they're
it's a bird.
cousins.
Sorry, y'all. I got my facts
Hey,
mixed
Howard
up.
J. Yeah.
So what else have we had? Oh yeah, nutria. See.
Yeah. So are you
Rattlesnake? Miss Shirley
Yeah,
says
that's
she ate rattlesnake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So Cut, do you can as well?
Yeah, if I can eat it, I can. If I can eat it. No, I've never canned in my life.
No.
I used to have, when I lived up in Philadelphia, I used to have this lady. I called her Wacky Jackie. But she would like pickle beets, pickle eggs. She would pickle everything, and I just buy it off of her because I knew it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should look into it. It's very easy. You might enjoy doing it since you prep already.
Yeah, you know what I do get a lot of is I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, but the Miss Wax sticks.
Mm-mm.
So they sell them in the Muslim stores. It's a natural toothbrush. It's like a particular tree.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
I've
what
seen
you're talking
those.
about. I didn't know the name, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like a bunch of those. I got I'm pretty good if everything goes left or right, however you want to call it.
Right.
So.
Hey, we need to have Big Dog Reg on here. Look what he said. I blew up a candle with a smoke missile when I was in the goal. Oh man.
He said he blew up a camel.
Hey, bro, he might be one of us, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought it was a tank, so I just blew it up.
I'm like looking at all this. I'm like, you done had a lot of things. What is happening right now?
Man, I saw this was like 15 years ago. When there wasn't that many like outdoor channels. I saw there was these two dudes from Europe traveled, I want to say to Asia, and they were eating monkeys. And I just couldn't get past the fact that it just looks like small humans when it's processed.
Oh, yeah.
Like the arm looks like an arm. The hand looks like a hand. Like I was just like, hey, this is wild. Like I'll try a little bit of everything, but it just looked like a small human.
Right. I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
No.
Look, Gina's like,
yeah, but what they do is like they singe all the hair off the monkey. And then
stop.
Yeah, but then they hunt the smaller monkeys too, like the little ones in the trees.
Right.
Look,
It just looks like a cooked baby.
They're
I'm
both
like,
logged off.
I'm like,
Carbon don't like talking about animals.
Carbon's
She
out.
loves the animals. I know this whole conversation has been cringy for her.
Yeah, I saw her like
Carbon.
Miss Shirley.
No, she has done. She was doing did a video where was it a butterfly? No, it was a bumblebee.
It was a bumblebee, yeah.
What she was helping to get to a flower so it could get to it. I was like, Carbon. She loves the animals and the nature, all the things.
I love them too. They taste good.
Yes.
I'll eat anything if I'm hungry enough, cat. Yeah, that's a fact. That's why I keep my dog fat.
Oh, Lord.
Shit goes to hell. Hey, I love you, dude.
Sorry, Deuce.
Gosh.
Oh my
No,
God.
my dog is adorable.
Mm-mm.
Onion.
He ain't gonna eat onion, CC. That's where he
Right.
draw the line. Because Broke don't like onions. He's a
Man.
gardener. He's part of our garden community.
My wife's granddaddy, rest in peace, he used to eat onions like they were apples. I ain't never
I
seen
knew
him
somebody
like
who did.
My
it.
Dang.
I
dad
had a
did
friend
also.
who did
I
it.
Just
do that
country.
all day, every day.
Yeah, my
Really?
dad did that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man, Angelo can do that. My son.
Yeah. Oh.
Mhm. I don't like onions either. So I get it. I don't like them.
You bet him $10 to do it.
Yeah.
So
That's
we've been
cool.
live for an hour and a half. I'm going to
Yes.
show what we're
Have we?
giving away for the 12 days of Christmas. So I don't know if you guys know about the 12 days of Christmas. Let me explain it real quick. So like I mentioned before, Carpenter and I started to bring different communities together to understand we're all on the same page, right? Two-way gardening, prepping. We're all preppers. We're all preppers in our own way. So we give away gifts. So we like to recognize different YouTube channels and shine light on different YouTube channels for everybody to understand that we're all still a community. Now, regardless of what you do, you're still giving out information and you're part of our community.
Mhm.
Every day, they kicked me off the committee this year, so we actually are doing 12 days. Like the first year, I think we did it was supposed to be 12 days, but we end up doing 18, 19 days. And then last year, and it's every day we go live. It's like a different channel we shine light on, and we get no sponsors, nobody donates money, no nothing. We just come together and we just give away gifts or a gift on every single channel.
That's beautiful.
So for you guys channel, since you guys was my pick and I really wanted to shine light on you guys and just seeing how you guys grew and how we even met and everything else, I thought that you guys would be perfect to be part of our 12 days of Christmas. So for I don't know, you guys will have to come up with the hashtag. Jeannie, you want to make me big so I can see what we're giving away?
Yep.
So what we're giving away, this is a smart scale. You connect it to, I have one of these. They are amazing. They tell you your weight, your body fat, how much water you have and everything else like that. We're doing a water jug as well.
That's dope.
And a smartwatch so you can track your steps and everything else.
That's fire.
That would be tonight's giveaway. So Kush, Breezy, and Cuts, you guys come up. Gina, take me off a big screen.
I don't have to.
So you guys come up with a hashtag whatever, and everybody in the chat would put that hashtag in, and then we spin the wheel after a little while, and then that would be the winner. So
I mean, since the theme has been community, right? What you say, Breeze? Community hashtag?
Hashtag you and I.
Oh, wait, you and I or you and I?
You and I, the letters.
The letter U, the letter N, and the letter I.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I like that.
All right. Hashtag uni.
Yeah.
Mr. Bush, how low does it go? I need ounces and grams.
Oh man, gotta get that weight up.
That's it.
We're too old to be.
That might be something different, but yeah, I might. Yeah, there it is.
There it is, uni.
You and I.
T-Y.
Hey, there it is.
Who you calling them?
There it is.
Oh, there
10
we go.
entries. We gotta pump those numbers up.
Those are rookie
There's
numbers.
50 people in the chat. What's everybody?
Oh,
those are rookie numbers.
15.
There we
We're
go.
at 15. 21. There we go.
There you go.
26.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they started putting it in before I got it in the giveaway tool, so that it wasn't registered. So some of y'all need to do it again just in case.
27.
Ghetto, don't even do it because then you're gonna end up giving it away because you're not gonna send us your address.
Exactly. So,
And Joe Bye.
Yeah,
Which I
and
don't
Joe
think he
Bye.
does.
Because I'm not respending it. I'm
Hey
just
Willie, that's my art. TK in here. I didn't even see you come in,
you must have
TK.
snuck in.
Hey, Happy Mac. Hey, Mr. BS.
Also, if you guys don't know J3, what is his YouTube channel?
J3GS Farms.
Yeah, he does honey. He has does he still have his farm? He's here in Georgia.
Yeah. Maybe if he still has his farm. You're not watching his channel?
I haven't. You know, I'd be up at freaking early in the mornings.
Yeah, he has his farm. He got brand new hives because he had a problem with his hives, but he got brand new bees. He's bringing back his goats or his sheep or something. They're coming back soon.
That's what, because he had to redo the goat things.
Yeah,
he had to put up new fencing for the goats and for all of that. J3, I'm coming to visit.
What was his channel again?
J3GS Farms.
Mm-hmm.
It's farm. It's no S on the end.
Yeah,
he's very particular about that.
No, black people that's everything. Everything's
we
plural.
do. That's why he's so particular.
Yeah.
He's like, it's
Costco, everything has an S.
Listen.
Yeah, they'd be so mad at me at work. They'd be like, yo, you put an S on everything. I'm like, mind
everything.
Just mind your business. Just you understand what I'm saying. So just
yeah. I feel like I don't. Do I have any mods in the chat today?
I don't
know. Let's see.
My phone's on 2%. I was lucky to get those pictures.
Miss Felicia's in here. Hey, Miss Felicia.
J3 said, "Thanks for not watching me."
Miss Felicia's in here unbiased. She's a mod.
I just subbed J3.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, TK.
Yep, I seen you, Miss Felicia. I had to go back and look. It's all right. I was gonna have you. I think they found it already, though. I was gonna have you drop J3's page.
Oh, you want just a link?
Hey, Miss Jane. Yes, and I saw Carbon has been dropping y'all's channel, Kush and Cut. So thank you, Carbon. She dropped it a couple times. I saw it go through the chat. So y'all make sure y'all check them out. I follow them heavy on Instagram because I think y'all post more on the Instagram side.
Yeah.
What's the gram
right
name?
now? I know y'all working on stuff on the channel.
There's a bunch. So mine is Amazon Kush, but yeah, the
Amazon Kush.
Yeah, there's Apex Mountain. There's 2AR. Where this year Breezy and I are launching a podcast called Off the Beaten Path because a lot of people, those who know us, really know about us owning a recording studio, but we did some really high level record label work. And Breezy is actually a producer. So part of this podcast, I told Billy we're the intersection of faith, comedy, hip hop, and culture. And so he'll be actually making beats live on the podcast.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be launching that 2025. We'll be releasing our season come 2025. There's just a lot of stuff in the works for 2025 in an effort to bring more representation to the space.
Yes.
Fun fact about Bill, he's probably going to kill me this, but he used to rap and he used to do comedy.
Yeah, he told us that.
Yeah.
We should get him to rap on one of your beats, Breezy.
Like heavy hitters and stuff.
So you gotta let Bill know if it's trash. We're gonna tell him it's trash.
He's really good.
Because we owned a studio for 7 years, and there was not a lot, but I'm known to hurt.
Tell him your nickname.
The studio bully, right? Man.
No, but you had to love Kush for it because he was gonna give it to black and white.
Right, Howard James.
He wasn't gonna sugarcoat it.
And you shouldn't.
At all.
People need to know if they're
Thank
trash.
you.
Yeah.
Don't be the friends. Don't let friends be trash out here and think they good.
Right.
That part.
That's how they be
All
on
day,
American
every day.
Idol, and you be like, nobody told you.
Twice on Sunday. We be
And I
looking
hate
at like
to
there's always an entourage. Well, not all. We try to limit the people that were there with the artists, but in certain sessions, we'd be looking around like,
All of y'all think he's dope?
y'all not gonna say nothing. That's your man in there. Y'all really?
Listen.
All right, let me in there. Hey, bro, this ain't it. Take your money. We'll split it 50-50.
Listen.
CTK, you need to be part of my circle.
Because I'm going to tell you, she definitely going to tell you.
She is going to tell you.
I think so.
What she's saying is she going to win this gift.
I know. I'm like, I think so, Queen. Look.
I do, though. I'm biased.
I probably do. I got so many people's addresses. I don't think so.
Are you guys ready to spin?
Oh wait, we do it?
How many people? How many people? How many?
Let me see how
numbers?
many people in the chat with my 2% phone.
No, it's 49 people in the chat, but how many people have
34 entries?
34.
That's probably about right for it. That's typical.
Yeah.
Everybody does it because a lot of the people are in the bushes. Yeah. They're not chatting in the chat, they're just watching. Some people pull it up on their TVs and watch so they can't chat.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, you should definitely check them out. They are good. I when I met y'all in Ohio, they came to Ohio for the regular meetup this year. They were working pretty much the whole time. Y'all did probably get to have a little bit of fun, but not that much. I don't even think y'all shot it all, did you?
Listen, they had fun because I opened up. I was going to have photos, and Billy was sitting next to me, and Billy was like, "Who's that nigga in your phone?" And we called Cushion. It was you or your brother. It's still in my phone. Boy, I thought it was the funniest thing. I was like, yeah, I did lose my phone a couple of times after me.
It was a good time, and I could tell that you guys really enjoyed the women's conference too. While you were there, I could tell.
Yeah,
like when we were recording and stuff. I was like that. I could tell you guys were really enjoying. This was my first year going to the event, and I was very impressed with the turnout of the ladies. And even though some of them really aren't really into the firearms part of it, they're still open and listen to the conversations about it. And we talked about other stuff too. It wasn't all about firearms. And that's the thing about the meetup. Like it was said earlier, it's just assumed that no matter who's having the meetup, there's a lot of people in the community that have their meetups for within the 2A community, and it's not only shooting happening there.
Yeah,
there's a lot more community stuff happening there, more so than shooting. We went to the range one day for like what 3-4 hours.
Yeah,
it really is. It really is about empowerment, like
Mm-hmm.
and connecting the dots, because so many of us come from different parts of the country. You know what I'm saying? Like most of us only see each other here. You know what I mean? And so, and a lot of the time, like I know for us three, we support from the background because we're really out here, trying to change the narrative, and it requires a lot of like backstage work. But we support everyone that we come into contact to, especially the women, because man, y'all are such an integral part of society as a whole. And so we're really big on that.
Appreciate that. Some people don't recognize that.
Yeah, it's sad, ain't it? Especially because we all came from a woman.
Thank you.
Got our name from a woman.
Said it. That's right. You gotta say that. I love it. I'm about to spin it, y'all.
Reg, we did give out a few Rashads and Reggies and everything else.
Rashad is coming. He
Let's
don't
see.
need
Here we go.
And the winner is.
Here we go.
Miss
Sharon.
Have Miss Sharon's address.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now, is she still here in the chat?
we're about to find out. Miss Sharon, hey Mira, are you still here in the chat? Big Dog Reg. First of all, Heart's Desire. Let me
Oh
take
yeah,
this.
she's here.
Sharon.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Heart's Desires in the building.
No, but I was
No.
going to say
I
Heart's
was about to-
Desire typically donates a lot of items for our last day of the 12 days of Christmas is prepping after dark. So it's
Yep.
a mixture of prepping and then some fun stuff like some toys and things.
Yeah.
So Big Dog Reg, because you guys wouldn't know who Rashad is.
Yeah.
Rashad was exposed in last year's After Dark. Rashad is
Right.
my rose. I didn't like calling it a rose, so I named it Rashad. So that when they asked about Rashad, that's who they're talking about. And at the meetup, Heart's Desire we gave away what, 10 or more
It was
Yeah.
15.
different things?
About 15 toys. Adult toys.
We were behind the camera like this.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, breathe."
I was like,
Listen.
Yeah.
So he was asking, probably thinking it didn't happen, but absolutely, there was some in the house. Yes.
Yes.
Look, we
I
are
loved it
adults.
when Big Dre's mom.
That was funny.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Hilarious.
He was
That's
like-
actually that's in the final edit. We just haven't
Yeah.
released
Is
it yet.
it?
'cause-
I can't
Yeah,
wait
we're
to
just tracing
see it.
strategy. But we had to mute it. We just showed all the laughter around it.
yeah.
Right.
It was so fun.
That was
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Listen,
I
that
was
a
like,
good
watch her
time.
pick her own name, and she picked her own
And
name. I
You
thought,
called it.
and I said, "What you gonna name it?" She said, "Walter." I said, "Well, damn,
Look.
you named it pretty quick." Walter.
We're gonna call it Mr. Walter.
That rose.
Alright.
That rose changed the game.
TK said, Erica, you didn't give her one. You were so rude. See, I would have gave you one, TK. It was Erica.
Listen, I would have gave her one. TK,
Show
I
up for
got
the
you.
After Dark, because listen, it'll probably be one. Along with other things.
What other
Yeah.
things?
Yes. It's like,
So that's the last. So I don't know if you guys are catching on with the prepping after dark. It's actually prepping. We're actually
Yeah.
prepping, but we do it spicy. So what was last year's theme? We was prepping. We gave away a tent. We gave away
a cell phone
the
charger.
Bible
I think.
bag. We gave.
A
It's like
light.
the biggest gift we give away. But
Mhm.
there's always like a hashtag behind it. So I think last year was
Girth.
hashtag. What was it?
I think it was Girth.
Was
It's
it
either
Girth?
Rashad or Girth. It was one of those two.
Girth.
Yeah,
might
Girth.
be.
So when's that? Like on the last day of the giveaway? Or
Yeah,
you
the
said-
Saturday
So
night.
this year it's going to be Saturday. So
Yep,
You
this
guys
coming
can-
Saturday.
But do you need a hashtag or what?
No, the hashtag is how you
No.
win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for the giveaway.
So it'll be a live just like this one. Where we're just hanging out and we'll at some point do a giveaway, but we just hang out and have fun. It actually is really fun. It's not too wild. Last year it wasn't. I didn't feel like they got too wild, but it was when I tell you we laughed, I cried.
still up.
It was such a good time.
right, that one last year.
Yeah, I just watched it like a month or so ago. Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
up.
It's on Erica
Your
My Flag
channel,
channel.
yeah.
Yeah, it's on Erica My Flag channel. But you can watch the last year's 12 Days of Christmas.
It's
Now
so
we
funny.
did somebody. It was who was it? Hutch. So we was on this guy's channel. Hutch is a homesteader. Like
Mhm.
Wow.
he it's his homestead is nice. He's really cool, and he's still building it or whatever. But we was on his channel, and it got a little crazy. He had to take it off. He's
Oh,
like,
man.
yeah, my wife made me take it down.
He's like, I'm trying to build a home, not destroy it.
TK, I am.
Yes.
Carbon
Yes.
TK asked you a question in the chat.
Are you dressing your part this year for the prepping
She
after
said,
dark?
are you dressing the part?
I am dressing the part. I already got my outfit for the 12 days for prepping after dark.
It's gonna be fun.
What did we get? I know it was the tent. It was the survival bag with all the survival stuff. I think we also did medical. We did lingerie. We did toys, adult toys. I think we did liquor, champagne glasses, and liquor. It was a whole bunch of stuff we gave away. A collar. Right. Look at that face.
All the things.
Right. Because when you're in a stiff situation,
plenty of lube.
You might need a collar.
Oh yes, it was
oil?
the different lubes. That's right.
We gave away a door harness.
Look at Reg. She asked Carbon out waiting. Carbon is like leaving Reg on the edge of his.
I was going to say, Miss Shirley know who Rashad is. She was in that chat.
He knows exactly. They know.
And she was cutting up.
Mm-hmm. Right. They were like,
It was a good time. You have an extra what? What TK talking about?
Make sure it's still unopened and in box.
What's she talking about? A harness?
I think she's talking about the collar.
Oh, a collar. I wish I would have known TK because Erica was supposed to.
The door swing. I just told Billy I have to go. Oh, the door swing.
TK, right here.
All right, TK.
Right here.
TK, I'm a DM.
Hey, Devereaux.
Hey, Devereaux.
Felicia said she need a whip. She need a fogger.
Yeah, all that is fun. That's the fun stuff.
I think I got that in that set. The cuffs, the whip.
I gotta add the green bow.
Tune in. I gotta tune in
on
on Saturday.
Hey, look at Devereaux. What the hell I walked in on?
Not the flogger. Not the flogger.
Devereaux, you should have came in late. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. You come in the middle of something. Yeah.
That entire statement is appropriate for this segment right now, Gina. Shouldn't have came in late. You walked in on something.
It's grown folks talk.
It's grown folks talk.
I know I'm biased. I thought it was. I'm sorry, sis. It's still more days to come, though. Tomorrow, we need to announce where we're at tomorrow. Tomorrow, G Mama is going live. G Mama, are you still in here? As a matter of fact, let me know if you're still in here. But G Mama we'll be going live with G Mama tomorrow. So I just need to check with her to see if she's good to go, or she needs to check her email. How about that? I'm on break. I'm stopping by. Oh, I appreciate you, Daniel. Did you see my email, G Mama? You need to check your email so I can make sure we're good to go.
Oh, for tomorrow?
For tomorrow.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
So I know where we're going to be at. So just let me know, and guys, just look out for a thumbnail.
The thumbnail is up.
There's a thumbnail up. This doesn't have the elf picture. It's something else, but yeah, it's up.
Okay. You'll see it because we all repost the thumbnail from wherever it's going to be at, so it'll be easy. If you're following me, Erica, Carbon, or Urban, you're going to see it. We all post it, and just you'll be able to click on that thumbnail and get right to the live for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be live at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
So it's a little earlier, guys.
Yes, Saturday is when you're going to kick out the kids, right? Yes.
That's right. Mm-hmm. No kids.
We're going to be in the basement.
So tomorrow will be G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden. Yes.
Breezy, what was that?
I'm just minding my business over here.
Yeah, sure you were.
Letting y'all promote
the show. Said Hard in the Garden.
The wheels are turning. The wheels are turning.
Breezy said,
Terrible.
I don't know about this
Terrible. Terrible. I almost said somebody be good. Y'all know I get. I'm be good.
You've been good.
We'll save that for Saturday.
Yeah.
one. Right.
That part. That part.
Broke
What time
at
G Mama
5.
live? You wasn't listening, Brooke. I said it. 5 p.m. Eastern time.
5
So 5 p.m. tomorrow. G Mama. And look for the thumbnail, bro. We be posting it in all of our community tabs. So yeah. But this was great. I knew this was going to be a fun live. I hope that you guys have gone over and sub to Kush Cut and Breezy's channel, because actually the 2A one is just you and Cut, right?
Yeah, well, Breezy, he's the cameraman and the editor on that one.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all like it's a shared property.
Okay. But you always see them together. If you follow them on Instagram, which is what you got like
Apex
3.
Mountain. I would just say find Apex Mountain and you'll
one.
find everything else.
I'm gonna post it in the
Apex Mountain. Hold on, I'm looking for
APX.
Carbon put it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, she did already, because I was gonna say I follow all of them.
That was the
all
website though.
channels.
Is that the
all of your
Instagram
pages.
account?
Yeah, because it's not spelled out. It's APXMNTN.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Did you posted their Instagram? Carbon?
I thought she did it earlier.
Is it a red dot? Is your logo a red circle?
No.
It's not you.
No.
It's APXMNTN.
I'm about to post it in the chat.
Oh, I missed an N. M. Yeah, that's what I put in. It gave me some foolishness.
It's right there, Gina. I put.
You did? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, she put all of them.
It says followed by Gina and Carbon, so that's the one. Okay.
Yeah. And they post on a regular, and some really cool like video and some photos and stuff. Like they be on their thing.
They do.
Listen, I mean, they shared a few little clips of ARM. They gave us some teasing.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the full.
Yeah, there's we're in constant communications every week with Lido, because we're chasing strategy. You know what I'm saying? Part of that whole community thing is showing the value in the community.
Right.
You know,
right.
We're not just like influencers or anything like that. Like urban gardening, follow back.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so definitely check them out on both sides, on the YouTube side and the Instagram side, because you're going to see a lot of posting and stuff that you can follow over there on both sides.
Yep.
So definitely check them out.
Thank you.
And like I said, I found you originally through your fitness journey. And then to meet you guys at ARM and see what else you were doing, I'm like, wow, like I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I mean on a high level, like y'all not just out here videoing stuff like me. Like
they're not doing it with cell phones like us. No. Nothing like cell phones.
No. It was good. Did you say you still absolutely, Miss Sharon? Did you not get a Christmas card from me? I sent you one. But yes, I still have your address, huh? But yeah, so we have been going almost 2 hours, guys. So we did the giveaway. We got to know a lot about you guys. Is there anything that you want to say, on the ending of the?
No, we appreciate y'all, the love, the community that everyone's building on their own separate channels. That's really like important for us just as a people, and we look forward to growing with everybody, and we love what everybody does. So that's all I got to say.
Amen. And we love. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to add on to that. Just that it's awesome to see the community and how much it embraces everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and how much there is to learn, because I try to approach everything like my glass is never full. You know, I want to always add to it and learn something new. And I feel like I learned something tonight. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think this went both ways. We appreciate y'all having us on. I enjoyed my time.
Awesome.
Because I was just about to ask you that. Did you guys learn? You know,
Yes.
it's like, do you
Yeah.
think us learning about prepping and the different views of prepping now, do you think that
Yeah.
would be more of a serious conversation with you within your manhood that you guys got going on?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
if you think about it, like men were logical beings by nature, and really it's just about resources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the thing with women is y'all are nurturing. Y'all part what helps women feel. This might be a whole nother topic, but what helps women feel feminine is being secure. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And so
Say it again.
For the people in the back.
what helps women feel more feminine is feeling secure.
I got to write that down.
So when
And
you
that's
got,
100%.
That should be a name of one of your podcasts.
well, there's a lot of stuff in the works. So
Yeah.
you know,
That's 100%. That's where a lot of people drop the ball. If we don't feel secure, there's so much pushback on women being like independent and looking at women as stepping into men's roles. But it's because if they don't feel secure, if we don't feel secure, and we feel like if something needs to be done, we don't feel secure in the fact that you will get it done, then we got to get it done.
You got to take up that space and carry that. Yeah, have that energy. Yeah.
So all you got to do is do your thing.
Yeah.
And we will do our thing. We will sit back and be the submissive self that you want us to be.
And the important part is they don't need to be said. It should just be.
It should just be.
Yeah.
Say that again. Huh. Love it. Love it. I'm so glad that you guys came on. I'm so glad that you guys were available to do this.
Right.
And that you agreed to do it. When Erica mentioned you, I was like, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I love you guys.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all too.
You are good people, and I love it. Definitely
Gina.
want to hear this combo. You need to hear it broke.
We should
maybe we'll all we'll
bunker.
back. Yeah.
You think so?
I think they would do great inside the bunker.
I
would love to see them inside the bunker. If y'all don't know, we do, Billy and I and Alex, we do bunker episodes. We come up with scenarios and we invite people to be inside the bunker. So it could be a disaster or anything, and it's going to be with you. It would be a group of different people, and we give you one tool, and you got to figure it out, how to survive with your one tool with a bunch of strangers.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised on the things you got to survive with and who you got to survive with.
Imagine we just survive with our comedy.
That's it. I know if I'm with these dudes, we're gonna figure it out. I love that.
Please, good seeing you. Missing you.
Hey,
Siege.
Laughter is a big part of survival because you have to keep the morale up. So that's good.
That's true.
Yeah, don't want to start turning on each other, finger pointing.
That's gonna happen, but if you can bring them back in.
Gina dies every time. Every episode, Gina dies. I don't know why
Every
Gina
episode?
dies.
And I'm just gonna say,
Gina dies.
I have been saved and killed by somebody that's on this panel tonight.
So let's see. As movies go, is Will Smith in I Am Legend like the illest prepper of all time, like in a movie?
No.
You know who I think of? You remember Tremors? Remember the guy in Tremors that had the gun store? You don't?
No.
Am I dating my Tremors? I don't remember.
I remember
I don't know the guy with the store, but I know Kevin Bacon from the
You
movie.
don't remember he had all the guns and the his wife was crazy.
Now I gotta watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch Tremors. That's like when I think of that, he was like the first guy that was like, and it comes to mind. At least that I saw in a movie, you know.
I think The Walking Dead is the most, to me, realistic
go.
in a lot of different news.
Yeah, I would say The Walking Dead.
Oh, the most realistic of not having to just survive.
Because they garden, they have to go out, they have to get supplies.
They have to work together.
like
You know what's
every
cool about The Walking Dead? The whole premise of eventually they do build a big enough community, and that authority starts working itself out. You got a
Yeah.
governor, you got all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started the whole cycle all over
That's
again.
it.
Yeah.
Because some people don't, this is the problem though. Some people don't function without control.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
some of those people needed
The
the
structure.
structure of government.
100%.
Yeah.
And then there's some who didn't.
Yeah.
And that those are the ones who tried to leave it, who tried to escape it. Because
Yeah.
they didn't want that anymore. They wanted something different. But there's some people, and that's just period in this world, who don't function without that structure.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Love it. Well, we got to keep it together because the aliens are showing up. So, you know, we need to keep this thing together and
Yep.
make our moves.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, this has been great.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate y'all.
Seriously, we had a great time.
Yes.
When are we going to
So-
see y'all next? We'll talk about that later.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere yet. We
Okay.
just gonna shut down.
All right.
Yeah, because Erica got to be up at 12:45.
I got to make my green tea.
So everybody, it's been great. I will see everybody at G Mama's tomorrow. Look for the thumbnail.
Bye, y'all.
And good night.
Y'all
Good
have a
night,
good night.
everybody.
The link is in the chat for G Mama.